part of your brain goes on strike? Ask me what?
What?
It's called creativity block, and it is paralyzing. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Writer's block is inevitable. I am pretty sure that this has happened to all of us at least once. At some point, we ask ourselves, how can I come up with an idea? Or, what should I write about? That leads me to step number 1. School yourself. I don't literally mean going to school, but rather educating yourself. We must be curious about the world in which we live. We must ask questions and chase its answers. If we have questions, we have to research about it, dig deeper, and in this digital age, Google. Google everything, and I mean literally everything. Google your problems, Google your dreams, Google your questions, even before you ask someone. In doing so, we can find answers, or can come up with a better question, or maybe hatch an excellent idea to write about. Schooling ourselves also means that we accept being amateurs, and we commit to learning new things. Even if it means that we have to tear down an entire page and start over. The thing is, we never really start over. We begin again. And you don't lose your work in every crumpled paper, because even if you toss that paper, what you do from there will always seep into what you do next. The second point, or step number 2, go back to the basic. Meaning, step away from the screen and use your hands to write. I have read somewhere that the mere action of writing unleashes creativity that could not be accessed in any other way. Writing also slows us down, giving us time to wonder, for our minds to wander, and a moment to enjoy what we're doing. All these can potentially spark ideas. And lastly, keep on writing. This is precisely how this speech came about. I figure that writing about writer's block is better than not writing at all. Write about anything. A quote, a phrase, a joke, a punchline that made you laugh. Write about people you read in books, people that inspire you, people that you love, people that you want to be. Pretend to write something, even if it is just a jumble of words, until you're actually writing something. This is my writer's version of fake it until you make it. In the middle of one of my writer's block, I asked a friend to give me an idea on what I should write about. She said, just write what you know. I found out later on as I was researching for this topic that it was a terrible advice. Instead, write what you like and write the story that you want to read. Because of this, I understood why there are fan fiction books in Wattpad and why my 11-year-old daughter writes her own version of a book she read. This is because they all wrote the story that they want to read. In closing, when people give you advice, they're just talking to themselves in the past. So this is myself, this speech is for myself, or the version of myself rather, talking to that self with a writer's block. And if you happen to be like me, who found yourself in the middle of a writer's block, remember, school yourself through your curiosity and never be disheartened by crumpled papers and bad ideas. Trust that it will come together in the end even if you can't see it now. Step number 2, go back to the basic. Use your hands to write. Your hands are the first digital device ever made, so use them. And finally, keep on writing because ideas can move from mediocre to good, but there will always be a gap between doing nothing and doing something. Keep your interests, follow your interests no matter where they take you, and forget the cliche about writing what you know. So instead, throw all your inhibitions in the air and write that speech that you want to share. Now comes the big question. What are you going to write about? I will leave that to you tonight to answer. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.